Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Well, what do you do when you have the leader of the country come out this past week addressing 6-month-olds to 5-year-olds and address and spook the media about getting better prepared for the second coming pandemic? The second pandemic coming, right from Biden's mouth, folks. And this is after Fauci said, expect another pandemic crisis to hit in the fall. Ironically, right around the midterms, many of you are reaching out already concerned about what they're hiding is this recession. So I'll read to you from one of the market updates from Stansbury and Associates, and I quote, "Now, we're not saying we're in a recession at the moment. Well, I think a lot of us believe that we are. But the warning signs are starting to pile up." Now, listen to this. As recently highlighted, consumer sentiment. Now, keep in mind, the consumer controls 70% of economic output, is at an all-time low. And now, we're hearing similar sentiment from big businesses. And this is where it gets scary, folks, because the goal of Hidden Wealth is to teach you how you can thrive in retirement, not just survive. And you do that through 3 key areas: tax elimination, income maximization, and lifestyle and legacy preservation. And I want to teach you, our clients aren't panicked like some that we're now meeting from all around this country saying, what do? A lot of people are in cash. A lot of people are considering going into some of these old school annuities. Some are being told just ride it out. Folks, I want to teach you what you can do to protect yourself and things with a track record of measurable success where you can dictate your own risk. You can eliminate risk altogether in certain structures. You can address taxes at probably one of the most opportunistic times to address taxes that we may see for the rest of many of many of us listening to this for the rest of our lives. And we can take advantage of those things, but you've got to take the time to learn. As a client we just met with recently that came over from the Tampa, Florida area and met with us in our corporate office in Orlando, they said, we needed to take the time to come learn, right? They're trying to reposition about $1.4 million, and they're trying to figure out what's the best way to allocate that. They need to generate a certain amount of income on top of their Social Security. They don't want to take a bath in the market, and they want to make sure that they can do that with predictability and consistency. Well, folks, I'm going to teach you those things this coming Tuesday at retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com. Just like Dale and Claudia were able to learn, as well as their son Michael, which was impressive to see they're bringing their family into learning how to really get fit in their finances. And I want to teach you what you can do and learn the same. And here's why this is so critical. Now, companies are cutting costs to reduce overhead, which means individuals will lose jobs. And lost household income along with curtailed business spending will erode any supplemental growth potential for the economy. So this spells disaster, folks. But there's things I'll teach you this Tuesday that you can take advantage of: indexing, where you have lock-in, where you can lock in any gains, not being at risk of giving them back, and then reset. So where everybody else is starting to make up for losses, our clients are starting their new gains. They're also learning how to do that to take advantage of taxes. These clients want to make sure that their Social Security wasn't going to get taxed, nor their income was going to get taxed. I'll teach you how you can do the same. These factors combined with the hurt overall consumption and demand, leading to slowing economic growth and weighing on the near-term outlook of the markets. Take a look at what the CEOs of America's biggest banks on the topic of recession commented. David Solomon with Goldman Sachs: "I'm concerned about the path of this." Charles Scharf with Wells Fargo: "It would be extremely difficult to manage a soft landing." Jamie Dimon with JP Morgan Chase: "The current economic situation is like a hurricane coming our way." I talked about this a couple weeks ago. And then James Gorman with Morgan Stanley: "The odds we get into a recession are probably at least 50-50 just right now." Well, executives are now beginning to cause doubt around monetary supply actions taken by the Federal Reserve, which prevents the U.S. economy from falling into a recession. Folks, we're out of ammunition, and now it's up to us to do something about it. With the largest rate hike in any single Fed policy meeting of 0.75% since 1994, corporate executives see a move on the lack of the preventive changes of the Fed wreaking havoc, and they're starting to change their valuations. Discount retailer Target cut guidance, canceled orders, discounting its inventory. Software giant Microsoft lowered its guidance on foreign exchange rates and is cutting back on hiring. Semiconductor behemoth Intel froze hiring for its semiconductor unit. Custom clothing maker Stitch announced layoffs to save costs. And even the Atlanta's the Fed GDP Now tracker lowered its second quarter growth forecast again. Folks, the writing's on the wall. The time to protect yourself with recession protection is right now. Go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com. Hear the facts. Learn the proven strategies with a track record result. You work hard for your money. Let's get to work. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com, and learn how to avoid this nonsense and protect yourself, because this administration and big government, unfortunately, they're going to continue to make things worse and worse, and it's not going to get better until you make it better. Retirementprotected.com.